What's up, everyone? Welcome to the BoM Podcast. I am your host, Aishan Shetty, and with me is my co-host, Bhumi Shetty. What's up, Bhumi?
What's up, you tell me?
So we're going to be discussing the film Kantara Chapter 1, which is a prequel to the mega blockbuster Kantara, which released back in 2022, directed and starring Rishab Shetty. So this film hits very close to home because both of our families are from Mangalore, where Bhootha Kola takes place. And I have very fond memories of the first film. Back in 2022, we randomly just went to go see it because our families were raving about it. I had not seen the trailer of the film, so I went in really not knowing anything. And till date, it's probably ranks one of my favorite films of all times. Not just because it's set in Mangalore and it's really directly tied to my family's roots, but the story, the lessons, the sheer imagination of the film, given the budget, was incredible. The climax scene is hands down, it's one of my favorite scenes of all time.
Same.
So yeah, I was really excited for Chapter 1, it being a prequel. But yeah, what was your feelings on the very first Kantara?
For me, as someone who grew up in Bombay, like a cola would be like twice a year event.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't think for me this movie was when someone asks me to explain them cola, I'm not able to, right?
Yeah.
Someone that is not like a Shetty, like a Bunt, or someone that's not from South, because this type of cola type of ritual is very common down South. It's not just the Bunts that do it,
Of course.
or have it. But yeah, so like to explain it to a non-Bunt would be like so tough, right?
Of course.
So now this movie is basically like a explanation to all of it. That's what I felt like. I felt like seen as a Bunt, because there aren't many movies that highlight how culturally rich, each and every square foot of India is. And I feel like this just goes to show it was like a Sairat equivalent from my hometown.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree. I definitely felt seen as a Shetty. But it's just, and it's an epic film, the first one for sure.
Yeah. Like the best explanation ever.
Yeah.
To that.
And for those that didn't like the first one, I don't know what to say. I mean, everyone has their own opinions. I feel like you're not the target audience then, just like I'm not the target audience for a lot of films that may have worked. But yeah, this one definitely, I think, hits close to home. So you have seen Bhootha Kola live.
Yeah, I grew up.
You grew up with that.
Yeah, especially the Guliga Cola that's showcased in Kantara 1 and 2, chunk of the cola part.
Yeah.
And I grew up watching colas.
Got it.
So for me, it's like, it's not a shock.
Yeah, I've only...
Like for certain people who have not watched it, it would be a shock.
Yeah, I agree. I've only seen it maybe a couple of times, but like very briefly. Again, my level of understanding of this is very surface level. I'm not a very religious person in general. So a lot of this is, really surface level for me, the understanding of it. So please forgive me if I misspeak.
And me.
Yeah. Because I will definitely misspeak because I'm focused on just talking about this movie. But yeah, let's dive into it. What were your expectations for this prequel film?
I would say that I was pleasantly surprised, especially with that. I mean, for the people that have not watched it, I would definitely not listen to this podcast till you have watched the movie.
Yeah.
For sure. Because this is going to have many spoilers. And if you all don't like spoilers, I would definitely come back to the podcast once you watch the movie.
For sure.
But the whole twist and everything, like I was pleasantly surprised in a way I didn't expect to be surprised. I was expecting the movie to be good for sure. That I was not doubtful about. But because like the first one, right, the rawness, the fact that it was so authentic.
Yeah.
It felt like I'm just following the lives of a few people that live in one of the villages in one of the places in like Uru. Mm-hmm. You know, Uru is village in Tulu. So that's what we call it Uru, right? So that's what I expected the second movie also to have, the authenticity, the rawness, which is what is the essence of a Rishab Shetty movie, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by the storyline. That's what I will say.
Did you feel that it maintained its rawness that you're talking about?
It was definitely a level up.
Yeah.
But that authenticity was still there.
Okay, yeah.
For sure.
I felt the same way, so they didn't do too much marketing on this film, to be honest. Whatever little marketing that they did, in my opinion, was, I feel like, very effective, because sometimes, especially in this landscape of marketing and social media, less is more. So piquing intrigue.
Basically, the first movie was PR enough for the second one.
And I was a little skeptical because the first one was made on a budget of 16.5 crores and it made 450 crores at the box office. And the second one was given 125 crores. So that's a significant jump for a second part.
Yeah.
So I was a little skeptical on how that budget would be used. But I'm here to tell you that this budget was used very efficiently.
Yeah.
Like everything from production design to special effects to drone shots. It is, when she says it's a step up from the original Kantara, it is a step up.
Yeah.
And I think that in itself is a great experience.
Yeah.
Again, Kantara is one of my favorite films of all time. So I wasn't expecting that chapter 1 is going to be one of my favorite films of all time. But if it was good, I would have walked out of the theater really happy, and it was good. So I'm happy with the result of this film.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the cast. So we have Rishab Shetty reprising his role. As another character. And then I did notice that a lot of the same characters from the first film are here in this film as small characters.
Yeah, the supporting cast.
And then you have some new characters as well. So there was the main, again, we're going into heavy spoilers, but Jayaram, who plays the king, who is like the main king.
Yeah.
And then you have Gulshan Devaya.
Yeah.
Right? So he's playing the prince who eventually becomes a king. And I've seen him in so many things.
I don't know if that's an appropriate movie to mention in this podcast.
Yeah, but he has a great role in a great film that I love. It's called
Shaitan?
No, it's called Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota.
He's also the guy we watched in that Afsos.
Yeah, in the show Afsos. So I've seen him in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's really good in this. I actually found him to be one of the highlights for me.
He's in Ram Leela also.
He's in Ram Leela, yep. And then there was the lead actress, which is Rukmani Vasant.
She's
and she's
beautiful.
Really good in this film as well.
She's amazing in the movie and she looks beautiful. And it's a very simple, not a very glamorous look.
Yeah.
But she looks so beautiful.
Yeah, and she plays the princess of the film.
Yeah.
So it's still a small town story, but I think it's just taken a level up.
It's like a periodic type.
But yeah, overall, what did you think of like the story? Did you feel like this one? I definitely felt the length of it a little bit more
for sure.
compared to the first one. I thought the first one did a better job with pacing, and I felt like the first one was a little bit more raw and engaging.
Yeah.
This one is a little less raw, a little bit more focused on the special effects, and it's used properly. Like I said, definitely it's a step up from the first. But yeah, I definitely felt, especially towards the end, the length of the film, which was a little bit of a drawback, but nothing too crazy, honestly. I think it still was a great climax scene. There was an interval scene, which was really good as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We got 2 climaxes, basically.
Yes. Yeah. We got 2 climaxes. What did you yeah, what did you think overall, though, of the story?
I actually loved the storyline.
Yeah.
Like the whole like prequel to and like an imaginative story. Basically, both the movies are fiction.
Yeah.
Holding the values of Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
Right? So like holding the culture and heritage of history of Tamil Nadu, but the stories are fictional.
Okay.
Correct? So like it was a beautiful storyline where the whole twist that she's actually a negative character, that alone, like I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Like I did not see Kantara chapter 1 pulling a khaki on me. You know what I mean? I did not see that coming at all. And it was like so cool.
No, definitely.
You know, and I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah.
So for me, like the storyline was pretty decent. And I felt like both the climaxes fit in perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely felt the length of the movie as well. It was a little long, but pleasant to watch. Definitely in a one-time watch, I didn't mind the length.
Definitely.
Constantly, it was really nice to watch. Especially the tiger. It was on a different level from the fox.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So I was seeing a side by side.
War 2.
No, not War 2. There was another tiger that we recently had. And that tiger, it's not in Kantara, in a different movie. And it had almost triple the amount of budget that Kantara Chapter 1 had. And the tiger looked like nonsense compared to Kantara Chapter 1's tiger. So this is where I feel like, budget was really used well.
Yeah.
And you can tell that Rishab Shetty as a director, really, he didn't pocket anything.
Yeah.
I can tell you, he has utilized the budget to its fullest potential. And I think, that's something that you don't really see. I feel like bigger studios just kind of pocket the money, or directors just pocket the money. But here you can tell it was definitely utilized properly. The production design of the whole entire forest
so good,
was amazing, as well as so right outside the kingdom, that little market area, they've done a really good job.
Good.
It's completely full built set.
Yeah.
There's no special effects used there.
Yeah.
So I thought that was incredible.
It looked so good.
Being a period piece, it requires a little bit more of a budget. So yeah, the budget was, like I said, I think I said it 100 times.
And it was done in a very non-glamorous how an actual kingdom would be in that time.
Yeah.
Like it was not unnecessarily extra. It was still very South Indian, still very like the costumes were very like what it would be. What it could have been.
Yeah.
So that looked really good. I really liked the production and the costume design both.
Yeah.
For me, worked really well. And the forest, I have to mention the forest where they live in the forest, like the tribe where they live.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so beautiful. Beautiful.
I don't know how they managed to capture that. Again, I don't know if it's a studio or it's like actual place in the forest, but it looked incredible. There is a specific scene right before the interval block where there's a drone shot of the chaos that's taking place in the village, and it is shot beautifully.
Even his opening scene.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. We saw this film 2 weeks ago. We really should have just recorded this podcast as soon as we saw it.
Yeah, I'm also a bit hazy.
Yeah. What was his entry scene again? Sorry.
His entry scene is when he's like introduced as one of the tribal people, right?
Yeah, but
remember, it was that slow-mo shot of him running.
I don't remember, to be honest. But I remember his entry in the first one where he's
That is crazy.
Yeah,
so his entry in the first one was way better than the second one.
Okay.
Because he actually did that.
Yeah, I know. The bull racing, yeah.
Yeah, Kambila, I think that's what it's called.
Yes.
Kambila.
But yeah, overall, it was a lot of fun. I am excited for the third one because there's definitely going to be a third one.
And I hope there is.
Yeah, I hope it's present time. Like, I like the period piece. I like that they had one from like the 90s, 80s kind of, but like I would like to see a version or a rendition of it in present time. to see how...
Post-COVID.
Yeah, post-COVID. This is a very short podcast because there's not much else to discuss regarding the film. We definitely had a fun time watching it, and my only critique is the length of the film. I hope they just, do a better job of trimming some of the fat on the film. Also, I felt like some of the comedy didn't land as much, right? I feel like they infuse a lot of comedy. I felt like it worked in the first one. It didn't work as much in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it, and I'm like extremely biased towards this movie, as I said, and like I'm one of those personalities that when both the climax scenes were going on, like my hands were like this,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, so I'm very like biased towards this movie. I think everything that they were trying to do in this movie, I'm the target audience for it, basically. Yeah. And all the fight scenes were brilliant. The fact that he is also the main character and he's also directing it, and it's directed so amazingly, is like, I can't wrap my head around that fact. You know what I mean?
Besides the Kantara movies, have you seen his other films that he's directed?
No.
So there's this film. It's not directed by him, but he's in it. It's called Garuda Gamana Rishaba Vahana, and it's a gangster film.
Okay.
It's with Rishab Shetty as well, and pretty good film, like very gritty, dark, very like in the heart of, Udupi and Mangalore.
Did you watch it?
I watched it. It was good. Yeah, I definitely give that a watch. And did you know he also directed Rashmika Mandana's first film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This I knew.
Yeah, so...
I don't know which movie, but I just saw this on Reels.
Yeah, that was like interesting to hear. What did you think of the music of the film?
I liked it. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought the background music was definitely... It hits.
It plays an equal part in the impact of the movie. I feel like they know exactly what music to play. And this movie... You know how like it's one of those powerful movies that you actually feel the vibrations while watching those scenes and stuff. And I think the call, the war thing, and like the music in the back when it's like war time.
Yeah.
Every little detail has landed perfectly. Very, very good music.
So we watched the Kannada version, which is the original language that it was shot in.
Yeah.
But I was looking out for Diljit's song. I think Diljit's song was specifically for the Hindi. The Hindi one, right? Yeah.
So, wherever that song was playing, Bole Re Kantara, in the Kannada part, in the Hindi part, it was the Diljit version.
Got it. Okay.
I think even in the background, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, got it. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Oh, the war scene was really good. I thought the war scene was directed really well. So right now, it stands at 736 crores, making it, as of right now, the second highest grossing Kannada film of all time, which is insane. And it's on its way to be the highest grossing film of the year. I think it's going to surpass Chava, which is the highest for this year. But yeah, it's the 17th highest grossing film of all time currently in India. And that is... I think
crazy.
That's a success in itself. It made way more of its budget. I mean, 6 times its budget, making it a massive blockbuster film.
Yeah.
So we can expect a part 3.
Definitely.
For
and I think we deserve a part 3.
Yeah.
Did you know? I was watching Reels. Okay. I mean, I am always watching Reels, and I saw one of those Reels. You know who that Ajja was? That only he could see.
Yeah, who is that?
So every time you lose something, I make you say something. I make you pray to one Daiva.
Yeah.
Koragajja.
Yeah.
That was Koragajja.
Okay. So what was his purpose in this, though?
So basically, Koragajja is known to help, guide, right?
Guide, yeah.
That's why when you lose something, you pray to him to guide you to where it is, basically.
Got it. Okay,
right?
Okay. Yeah.
And even when you want to prove something, right? People take Koragajja's swear.
Yeah.
Okay? But if you have lied and taken his swear, right? That's what Daivas are. So they are known to be the merciless saviors.
Yeah.
They do not show mercy like God. That's what makes them different from gods.
Yeah.
And they protect the gods.
Got
They
it.
protect the people of God.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what the whole Daiva thing is. So Koragaja is basically one of the Daivas and he's guiding him through the movie.
Yeah.
He's basically covered many more. In the first movie, it was Panjali and Guliga.
Yeah.
Right? In this movie, he has tried to cover different avatars of Guligas, different avatars of Panjali, Koragaja.
Yeah.
So, you know.
No, but it was like an expansion or it dives deeper into to that.
Our culture.
Which was really, I think, really cool. And I hope they do that with like
like the whole Berma Rakkasa, remember? Remember that? Like the special effects, like Berma Rakkasa, that huge guy inside the tree.
Yes, yeah. Basically, yeah, I saw that. When he goes inside that well, it's like a well almost. Yeah, very different concept. I think it is a concept that's a little bit hard to grasp if you're not from that area.
Yeah,
right. Like, don't get me wrong, I was definitely confused for a good chunk of the movie because, and then I had to ask a bunch of questions to Bhumi and her sister to clarify like what exactly is going on and, you know, why did this happen or, you know, so those questions are there. But once you get the grasp of the film, it is a fun ride.
Do you want to go into the performances? I mean, I don't even think we should even discuss Rishab Shetty's performance.
Yeah, I like the first when he kills the prince.
Oh, yeah. That was crazy.
I thought that one was like on par with the first one.
100%.
I thought the second one, like towards the end of the climax, I felt like that one was a little bit weaker. But it was good. Yeah, it was still good, not bad. You know, I felt like they were trying to rush it at that point. You know, whereas the interval part, that one was a little bit more like fleshed out. This one, I felt like they waited a long time, and then at the end, they're like, "Okay, let's quickly wrap this up." You know,
so but I like both.
Rushed.
And I like that they did that female Chamundi.
Yeah.
To counterpart the female negative role. I love that they did that.
Yeah.
So that was also like a nice touch, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's it for this episode. It's a very short episode. Again, we really wanted to talk about this film because, you know, it's very special to us.
Yeah.
And the first one ranks among some of our, one of our favorite films of all time.
Favorite,
so we definitely wanted to come and give it its own
Don't forget
episode.
the must meter.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, what would you rate this film out of 5?
What would you rate it out of 5? Let me hear your thing.
I think I would rate it. So I'll just give you some perspective. Okay. I would rate the first Kantara 5 out of 5.
Yes.
And I don't give.
You never.
I don't give there. I've like literally. There's only a handful of films that I've given 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
And that is one of them. So this one is probably somewhere around like 3.75, like around there. Yeah. So still like good and decent. Like I was happy when I came out of the theater.
First one is 5 out of 5 for me also. And this one is 4.5 out of 5.
Okay, so
yeah.
Solid.
I just liked the first one too much.
Yeah.
Like I was not ready to be slapped in the face by a movie like that.
Yeah.
When I saw the first movie, and like the first movie is too special, as I said. Like I'm one of those Shettys. Have you watched that? Have you watched Shilpa Shetty in one of those shows where she's a judge? A person walks in and he's like, something Shetty. His name is something Shetty. And she goes like, oh, Shetty!
Yeah.
You know? So I'm literally that person. So like having even if you notice the Daiva conversations are in, like Daiva dialogues are in Tulu.
Yeah.
So for me to be a Shetty and come and watch this movie in the US where the dialogues are Tulu.
Yeah.
And everyone else that's not even a part of this culture enjoying it so much.
Yeah.
You know, it is such a good feeling. So the first one is a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
For me, for those reasons. The second one was really good too. But I think the rawness of the first is something else.
Yeah, it's unmatched.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good movie overall. And if you haven't seen it and you
Definitely.
If you haven't seen it and you like the first one, definitely give this one a shot. I think it's definitely worth to watch this one in theaters because of the special effects, the drone shots. There's just so much work put into this film that I feel like it deserves a theatrical watch. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Our next episode is going to be a revisit episode. It's either going to be a revisit episode or we're going to be watching the new Ayushmann Khurrana movie. Tama, right? Is the name of the film? Tama.
Yeah.
With
3 item songs.
Yeah, so I booked the tickets for Tuesday, so we may record that and then it'll be another revisit episode. And the revisit episode will be Rangdev Basanti, and we will be having a very special guest on that episode. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode. Again, this is our shortest episode till date. But like we said, we just wanted to come and talk about this film. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. We will catch you guys next time.